So the second way we can assign a Brown stage is on the basis of mastery of 14 grammatical morphemes. And these 14 grammatical morphemes are selected because they are obligatory in most contexts. So does this mean they're the only 14 grammatical morphemes out there? No, but they're obligatory in context, and you see them with increased frequency. So that's why we highlight these. One thing I want to point out is the difference between mastery and use, or emergence of. All of these 14 grammatical morphemes might emerge early on when the child is, let's say, 2.5, 3 years old, but they haven't mastered them. So when we're talking about assigning Brown stages on the basis of these 14 grammatical morphemes, we're focusing on when they've mastered them. What does mastery mean? It means they use them 90% of the time in 90% of obligatory contexts. So if the child's using them a lot, but in obligatory context is not using them 90% of the time, we wouldn't say they've mastered them. They might be present and emerging, but that's different than mastery, okay? So you can see how these 14 are divided up. You do want to begin to, especially when it comes for the final, know which morphemes are mastered in each of the stages. And that's not as hard as it sounds, okay? Because no morphemes, none of these 14 grammatical are mastered in stage 1. None of them. In stage 2, which grammatical morphemes are mastered? The present progressive ing, the prepositions in and on, and the regular plural. Okay, so those are the 4 that are mastered in stage 2. What's mastered in stage 3? Possessive S. Now we have a note there that you might see articles on contractible copula, they're present, but they're not mastered. Okay, they're not present 90% of the time in 90% of obligatory contexts. So we have 5 that are mastered within the toddler years. ing, in, on, regular plural, and possessive S. Which ones are mastered in stage 4? None. There's no new Brown's 14 grammatical morphemes mastered in stage 4. So all of the remaining morphemes, all of the remaining 9 of Brown's 14 grammatical morphemes are mastered in stage 5. Okay? So you do want to have knowledge, on the cuff knowledge in your head when these 14 grammatical morphemes are mastered. Okay? You never want to say 1 and 4 because no new grammatical morphemes are mastered in stage 1 and